It should be the economic development, the business development side of your community. And that's why I encourage First Nation leadership. You call yourself a leader, create jobs outside the band office. All those jobs in that band office are underfunded, government-controlled jobs. They're controlled by the Department of Indian Affairs. How do you call yourself a warrior society or independent or sovereign if somebody else is controlling your programs? So at the Sioux Indian Band, I don't want any more government underfunded jobs. I want business jobs where we're creating our own money. We're the ones that call the shots. That's why the only chiefs I want to hang around are those that focus on economic development and councils that have a business mind to them. Here's one of my good quotes I firmly believe in. Don't call yourself a warrior if you don't pay your child support payments. Too many of these young guys in their hoodlum-looking outfits, they don't even pay their child support, and they say they care about their kids. They often wind up in jail, and they write letters back to their band saying how they care about their kids. Well, then what the heck are you doing in jail if you love your family and your kids? If you love your family and your kids, walk an honest road. Stay away from the drugs. Stay away from the hoodlum crowd. And that hoodlum crowd exists on every Indian reserve, and it exists on my reserve. I know what I'm talking about. At the Sioux Indian Band, we're looked at as one of the model bands in Canada. We have a hoodlum crowd on our reserve. We have a hangout crowd. And you'll see in our weight room, we got a sign in our gym, our first-class weight room, that says, stay away from the hangout crowd. Go to school or get a job. That's the sign, that's the message in our weight room right now. Message to every youth: get up early, work hard, do something for your community. Get off your butt. I mean, most of the words I use today aren't my words. They come from the elders. They come from the old-timers I've met across the country. They come from my mom. They come from my grandma. I'm speaking their words. If somebody truly cares about you, they'll tell you to get off your butt. If somebody truly loves you, they won't let you sleep till noon. They'll tell you to clean up your room and to make yourself look presentable. You call yourself, you got native pride, keep yourself clean. Because other people are looking at you. Your community's watching you. And the way you preserve your community's culture, to me, is where you start making your own money and you put your money where your mouth is. You put it back into community programs. And my goal is to create enough jobs for the next generation. We keep track of our kids that are 13 years old, 14 years old, 16 years old. We keep track of those numbers. We keep track of the 10-year-olds because we know when they become teenagers, I want every one of my youth to have a summer job, a real job. Not a make-work job, not a pretend job. I want every one of my youth to have a real summer job and take pride in earning that first honest paycheck. That's the title of a booklet that we sent out. We gave it to everyone on our reserve. Join the real world. Go to school or get a job. I firmly believe as an adult, unless you're a single mother or handicapped, you should either be in school, in a job, because if you're not, I think you're messed up. Go get some counseling. And to me, the most important type of counseling a person can get, whatever you're grieving over, go ahead and grieve over it. But I tell the counselors that work for the Sioux Indian Band, you should end every counseling session with employment counseling. How's your job going? Oh, you don't have a job? Maybe that's part of your problem. You got nothing to do. You got nothing that gets you up every morning and keeps you occupied and keeps you busy. When I spent last summer traveling the prisons from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC, every prison I went to, the vast majority of people in these prisons, and I was in the prisons in this province, in Manitoba, I always ask this question, how many Native people are in here? And the wardens would tell me up to 70% of the prison population is Aboriginal on the prairies. Then I'd ask the next serious question. How many of these people had a full-time job before they got incarcerated? And of course, the answer came back like I knew it would. Most of them did not have a job before they went to jail. Again, that reaffirms my belief how important a job is to people, and why I think it's the Chief and Council's main duty is to make sure they provide job opportunities for their people. In school, at work, or in counseling, be a lifelong student. I'm still a student. I don't care how old you are or how many degrees you have behind your name. No one's a know-it-all. I don't know anyone that walks on water. My grandma's 90-some-odd years old, the oldest member of the Penticton Indian Band. She doesn't claim to be a know-it-all. And she doesn't claim to know a lot about business. So I don't go to her for business advice. I go to business people for business advice. I'll go to my grandma for cultural advice or language things. She has her area of expertise, like we all do. As I mentioned, we keep track. This slide tells me we need to create 41 new jobs on the Sioux Indian Band to look after our kids that are going to become of working age. Get involved in the education field. We need more Aboriginal teachers. Aboriginal teachers play a huge, important role in First Nations. Preschool, daycare, grade school, high school. I really want to commend those Aboriginal people that have got involved in the education field. And I encourage Aboriginal youth to become teachers. That is how we're going to get back that working culture that the non-Native people took away from most of our people. But we've got to admit we have some real problems. This slide's in our booklet, our Sioux Indian Band booklet, because we have some members who are involved in drugs and alcohol. They abuse them. They get vehicles and wreck them. I got some people in jail. I got some people that lead a lazy lifestyle. But I'll dare say most of our people are hardworking, honest, law-abiding people. Most of our Native people are. This slide here is to the youth, to my youth on the Sioux Indian Reserve. How can we become competitive when a section of our people, mostly young males, not the girls. It's not the girls we're having problems with on the Sioux Indian Band or the other reserves I talk to. It's the girls that are staying in school. It's the girls that are attending the powwows and dancing in the powwows, predominantly. I'm not saying all the time, but mostly. It's the girls that are graduating. It's the girls that are looking after the families. We need the boys to step up to the plate. The real warriors. Not those pretend ones, not those Nintendo generation warriors. Too many of our young guys sit like those two guys. They don't go to school anymore. They don't work. They think that's a Native youth boy lifestyle. Tell the girls, stay away from those types. You know the types I'm talking about. Stay away from them. They're going to go nowhere. They're going to be nothing. There's winners and losers, and these are the losers. Hang around the boys that are involved in sports that can hold a job. Rule for success is easy. Show up on time. I don't care if you're going to school, you're playing sports, you're in a job. Number one rule for success is show up on time. Number two rule is the same as number one, show up on time. But the Sioux Indian Band, we still have a lot to be proud of. We got people with nice houses, nice cars, we got nice facilities. And on the bottom there, dollar signs. Money equals opportunity. When I speak at healing and wellness conferences, I tell these people, don't draw circles without putting a dollar sign in it. In today's society, whether it's your physical part, mental part, whatever it is, it all costs money.